some more. If it smells, see some more. If it smells, see some more. Yeah.
Good evening. I'm Alan King. And 43 years ago, a young comedy troupe, The State, broadcast their first Halloween special on CBS. 43 years of great memories and an occasional laugh. A grand tradition that sadly ends tonight. So now, it almost gives me great pleasure to introduce The State.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's the Halloween special. We're decking the halls. We're digging our own graves and we're waxing our balls. CBS is anxious. They're all in a fuss. They scraped the bottom of the barrel
until they found us.
They promised us a series if this last one goes well. We've got a better chance of making snowmen in hell. The dwarf you just saw, he's working for free.
It was the last favor we could pull in the
showbiz industry. Mac Davis turned CBS down. Doug Henning turned CBS down. The Osmonds couldn't be found for the 43rd year in a row. We had no place better to go. We know you're not watching at home, so we might just show you colorboards and it's the last state Halloween special. We'll see you in hell. The last state Halloween special. Piss off and farewell. We know that you don't care what we put on the air, 'cause every TV from sea to sea is watching whatever's on ABC.
C'est la guerre!
It's the state's last Halloween special. And
It's the State's 43rd annual All-Star Halloween Special with special guests Tim Daly, Janine Garofalo, Deborah Harry, Erica Jong, Dennis Leary, Rick Ocasek, RuPaul, Jon Stewart, Sting, and of course Engelbert Humperdinck, plus a performance by Sonic Youth. But first,
For centuries, men and women have debated the existence of the mythical antlered wonder, the Manzel, whose origins have been traced back thousands of years, yet have never before been seen by human eyes. Until now. Join me as we search under the sofa cushions of nature for the keys to the animal that Benjamin Franklin called God's final creation. Much has been speculated about the graceful physique of the Manzel, the long stride, the balance, the effortless motion of the body. The arms and legs account for the agile lateral movement. Here we see two Manzels using this technique to quickly cross the terrain. The female, Barbara Manzel, shows her approval by snapping her fingers and jumping up and down. Resting from a hard day of prancing, the Manzel peacefully coexists with its distant cousin, the Hebra. And nearby, a Gazelvis is drinking. In fact, the Manzel has only one natural enemy, the fearless predator and pack hunter, the terrifying Boyote. Under attack, the Manzel will sprint at full speed and easily elude their aggressors. The Boyote will regroup and try again later. The circle of life continues. Until now, it was believed that the Manzel has no vocal cords and as such cannot produce sound. We have rare footage to the contrary. What you're about to hear is the beautiful and hypnotic mating call of the Manzel. The Manzel, mythic beast, living a life of peaceful serenity on these hidden pastures. Thank you for joining us.
Boo. You know, we've been doing these state specials for 43 glorious years. And yet, in many ways, it still feels like we're a bunch of kids in our 20s, fresh from cable TV with no network experience and no idea how to work one of these. Ah, yes. I remember that first state Halloween special as if it were happening right now. Enjoy the show! It's working!
Philadelphia, 1776. On this morning, a young Thomas Jefferson will present the first draft of the Declaration of Independence to the Continental Congress. Who would have known that on this fateful day,
My fellow patriots,
that Jefferson would be wearing really loose underwear, the kind that get wedged in your butt?
I present this draft of the Declaration of the Colonies to His Majesty King George for the approval of Congress.
Jefferson,
Yes, John Adams.
you must know that the southern colonies will not abide by the rights granted to slaves in your declaration.
We most certainly shall not, Jefferson.
Well, I can speak only for myself. I have made a provision for the freedom of my slaves upon my death. Each man's conscience must be his guide. Are the liberties you men share indigenous to your race? Does divine justice measure the soul of a slave by a lesser standard? I think not. And yet this declaration must speak for the Congress as a whole. Then we must put it to a vote.
All those representatives in favor of amending Jefferson's declaration?
Aye.
Then so be it.
A small price to pay for freedom from tyranny.
Is it, John Adams? Is it? Then we must join our names in freedom. For if we do not hang together, then assuredly we shall all hang separately.
Why?
It was funny because I was in Milan with Gianni Versace, and he was working on some costumes for the upcoming state Halloween special. And just for fun, I tried on a couple of the outfits. And it was right then and there that I realized that those guys are very, very obese. I mean, the camera is really kind to them.
I think it was the 1983 Halloween special, and it was in New York. I was out of a job, was really down on my luck, and anyway, I watched the special, and it was really funny. I mean, it was so funny that, well, I laughed so hard that I actually ruptured my spleen, and well, I had to go to the hospital. It was very expensive, and I just remember lying there night after night, wishing I was dead.
Stay tuned for Jon Stewart and Engelbert Humperdinck on the State's Farewell Halloween Special.
Well, I think everyone in my generation sort of grew up on the state, you know. The state taught us how to read. We learned how to love from watching the state. Learned how to fight. Go off to war. Learned how to be a man.
I guess it's possible that the state is sexist because they only have one woman. But then I'm just a sucker for young men in tight pants.
And push in, and doorbell. Who is it? Ready, camera 4, and go, camera 4.
Good afternoon, Lady Jane.
Oh, dear. Frederick.
Take camera 1.
I thought you'd never return. They said you were dead. Take 4.
They said a lot of things, Jane.
Shift to your right.
But I'm back home now.
More urgency.
And I need you.
Oh, dear Frederick. Camera 3, give me a wide shot. And dissolve to camera 3.
Jane, tell me
Wider
what...
3.
Jane, tell
Wider
me
3,
what...
damn it, give me something, anything.
No. Jane, tell me one thing. While I was away, did you see Roger?
And music. You have to understand, Frederick. No one ever thought you'd return to Ridge Rock Manor. Take 4. I thought that something terrible. 4. I thought that 4! 4! 4! 4! What the is going on back there? It's because I'm a woman, right? Take camera 4! Thank you! Sorry, Carlos, go ahead.
I was taken prisoner. I was tortured and humiliated. I only thought of you. Jane, will you be my wife?
Yes, we're gonna have this conversation again, Phil. I'm not your little script girl anymore. And when I say close up, that means close up! And cut.
You know, I didn't always do this.
Really?
Yep. I wrote a play once.
Hey, that's great.
It's not what the New York Times said. They said the only thing worse than the two-dimensional characters was the one-dimensional script.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Not half as sorry as me. Not half as sorry as...
Hey, do you mind? Would you keep it down? This is hard enough as it is.
And this is the police stapler.
Wow!
Now wait in my office, Jimmy, and my partner Frank will finish your tour of the station.
Thanks, Officer Ned. You cops are the greatest.
Why, that Jimmy's a swell kid. I told him you'd finish his tour.
Oh, I look forward to it. And crime can always wait. Where is he?
In our office.
No! What's wrong?
That boy's in there alone with the marijuana cigarette.
Why was it in our office?
I busted some drug freaks and didn't have time to shoot it into the unreachable safety of space where it wouldn't destroy any more decent, hard-working families. We need backup! What is it? Marijuana cigarette on the loose!
Those things are more seductive than naked ladies and twice as dangerous as machine guns!
And you fire these guns at yourself.
Oh. Boy.
That hits home.
I'm going in!
All right, Jim.
argue with you, cop. Help! Because this pot has made me a spineless, weak, and awful person. I'm just going to have to fly away. Officer Ned, where am I?
Well, you're back from your pot trip, that's for sure. And after several months in rehab, you should be as good as nude. New. What'd I say, nude?
Yeah, Ned, you did. Thanks, Officer Ned. I owe to you my healthy young mind.
Back off, pot freak!
Take him away.
Sorry about that whole nude thing, guys. You're not gonna tell the chief about that, are you?
Sure am, Ned.
But Frank, no!
Hi. You know, sometimes with all this holiday hustle and bustle, it can be easy to forget the true meaning of Halloween. We observe Halloween to celebrate the birth of Christ. And in celebration of his birth, many traditions have been handed down through the years.
The hiding of the eggs.
The annual pilgrimage to Mecca.
Halloween is a day to bring your daughter to work.
Or your secretary.
And it's the biggest shopping day of the year.
But most of all, Halloween is a time for young people to gather together, spreading holiday cheer by lighting bags of their own crap on fire, ringing the doorbell and running away. So America, happy Halloween, or as we like to call it, Hanukkah.
Have a scary Hanukkah!
Yes, I'm replacing the state Halloween special with my new show next year, Operation Engelbert. It's where I play a dirty cop, not a corrupt cop. One that doesn't wash. It's gonna be a good year for me.
Stay tuned for Janeane Garofalo and a performance by Sonic Youth on the state's Farewell Halloween Special.
Some people are on funny, and some people are off funny. And I think the state is off funny because they're a lot funnier off camera. At least I hope they're a lot funnier off camera.
We'd like to take a break to pay tribute to a man who is a great innovator in TV comedy and an inspiration to all of us, Mr. Desi Arnaz.
Desi was born in probably the 40s.
No, I'd say the 20s, because if I Love Lucy was on in the 50s and he was in his 30s then it would be the
Okay, so
20s.
born in the 20s, in a town in Cuba, right?
Yeah, he's Cuban.
At some point, he came to this country, where he met a young woman by the name of Lucille Ball.
Who was very attracted to Desi.
They got married.
And then, in 1950s, they started a television show called I Love Lucy, right here on CBS.
Is that true?
Sure.
I Love Lucy ran for many seasons, and when that show ended, Desi moved on to do other things.
Eventually, Desi got older and could not do as much.
And then, tragically, sometime after that, he died.
Did he?
I think so.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he did.
We hope you've learned something about Desi Arnaz, a great man who did many, many great things.
The I Love Lucy show, other things.
He was Cuban.
Yes, and he married Lucille Ball.
And then, tragically, he died.
Desi will miss you.
If you're dead.
And we think you are.
We should find that out, because that would be a serious...
You've probably heard people say Capo, Louisiana is a dying town. Well, you won't hear people from Capo say that. I was born here. I'll die here. And if I don't die, I'll be buried alive here, most likely. Day starts early in Capo, as it always has, when Colonel Remington awakes the town in his usual fashion. Daytime! 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 Daytime!
Now, should I talk now? Most of the factories have closed down in Capo, so there's basically two employment opportunities. There's the bullfights, and of course, where most people work, the robot parts factory.
Capo, Louisiana produces more robot parts in a year than all of Europe does in a year and a half. Now, the assembly line starts here with the pickers. Now, they pick the pieces of wood that might make a good robot part. Now, phase 2 is the painters, and they paint the pieces of wood to look like metal. The third section is the switchers, and they draw things that look like switches and buttons onto the robot parts. Then the finished robot parts are shipped, general delivery, to Washington, D.C. Now, you can't say we ain't doing our part.
After work, things quiet down in Capo. Most people just hide until Arlo finds them.
The bullfights end at 9, and then we all head down to Mayor Bill's techno parties.
Later, as sun sets, in the style of the Shirley Jackson short story at the lottery, we pick someone at random to stone to death. Few cups of marmalade, and, well, by then it's usually 1 a.m. when the day starts in Capo, as it always has. Daytime! You can take New York or Texarkana, but I'll take Capo, Louisiana.
Hello and welcome to What Am I Saying? The show that asks the question, what am I saying to you? Now let's meet our contestants. First from San Francisco, Samuel. How do, Samuel?
Fine, thanks.
And you must be doors.
Hello.
Now let's play a game. Fruits and berries. Fruits and berries.
Are you saying fruits and berries?
That's right! 500 points! Fruits and berries. Fruits and berries. What am I saying? Samuel!
Are you saying fruits and berries?
No, just say that! Dolls!
I think you're saying fruits and bears.
That's right! 500 pounds! Samuel. Got no points! You can, Samuel? You can? You can, Samuel? Samuel can? Samuel can?
I'm sorry, I don't understand you.
That's why you lost it, Samuel! Samuel! Last chance. One more time. For some bears. For some bears.
Are you saying flowers and bears?
Oh, Samuel! Samuel, son. For some bears. For some bears. For some bears. I'm sorry, you lose. Goodbye. Goodbye, Samuel. Go. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Okay. Bye. No. For big places, fan around. Who's the guy? Okay. Here comes the guy. Tell me who he is. Okay. Hello, dolls. My name is Mr. Fruits and Burning Bears and Burning.
Could I hear that again, please?
Okay, okay. Hello. My name is Mr. Bears and Burning Bears.
But you said something different the second time.
Bullshit! That's bullshit, dog! How you say that, Chi? Give me the answer, Lee!
His name is Mr. Frozen Bearing Burnsberry.
That's all! You win!
And here's what you've won, Doris. Fruits and Bears, a year's supply of frozen bears, and of course, the home version of Fruits and Burning Bears. See you tomorrow on What Am I Saying?
En France, nous aimons l'État. Chaque année, mon père et moi, nous aimons regarder l'État. Habille-toi que diable, me dit mon père à chaque fois, et mets au moins un pantalon. Ça, ce sont de bons moments ensemble.
Una cosa que nunca voy a olvidar fue el especial del State de Halloween de 82. Yo estaba en Atlanta y me encontré con estas dos camareras y volvimos a mi hotel y tuvimos el mejor sexo de mi vida.
Я дуже ціную за State Halloween. Мені дуже шкода, що воно так швидко переходить, але я знаю свого колегу Стайнс і маю білети R.E.M. Перепрошую, мушу бігти.
Stay tuned for Rick Ocasek, Dennis Leary, and RuPaul on the State's Farewell Halloween Special. The State's 43rd Annual Halloween Special will continue in a moment.
My favorite sketch had to be the one where they lit that kid on fire, and then they tossed him over the bridge. Man, that was like, it wasn't that funny, I guess. But I'll tell you, it was real.
I was a huge fan of the State, and in my early teens and back in the early 70s when they were really first hitting, and my parents were very poor, and they were shepherds, and we didn't have any money, so I saved up at a paper route, and I bought a ticket from a scalper, and I went to the 72 Halloween special, and they plucked me out of the audience. It's the highlight of my life, and they brought me up on stage in a kind of a volunteer comedy bit, and then they set me on fire and threw me off a bridge. So I don't really particularly find them that funny. I think they're evil.
Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Let's go. We got to get to the campsite and set up before it gets dark. Where's your son?
Can we bring this, Dad?
Where did you get that?
The basement. Do we have room?
No!
Dad!
We are only bringing the bare essentials.
Henry, there's no room for the boiler in the car.
But Dad gets to bring his stupid fishing poles.
They're practical. We're camping out by a lake.
And we're not going to need hot water?
He does have a point.
Everybody, please. I need to think. All right, throw the damn thing up on the roof. Rebecca, will you give your brother a hand, please?
Hey, Bill. Looks like you let the boy talk you into bringing the old boiler.
Yes, I did, Higgins. We might need to heat some water out there in the woods.
Don't you need electricity to run a boiler?
Yeah? If we're gonna turn it on, who says we're Gonna turn it on.
Dad, we don't have to bring the boiler.
Oh, we're bringing the boiler, all right. Rebecca, keep tying.
If you're not gonna turn it on, why are you bringing it?
Higgins, haven't you ever heard the old saying, when camping comes, don't be a spoiler. Just don't forget to bring the... Come on, kids, help me here. Boiler.
You just made that up.
Did I, Higgins? Did I?
I still think you're bringing one thing you don't need.
And what might that be?
Boiler.
Honey, maybe we...
eh? I think we determined that the boiler is persona grata. Let's go! We got everything we need. Tents, fishing pole, boiler. Good. Everything we need. Nothing more. What's this? What did I say? We are not bringing anything we don't need! Let's go!
I still don't think they need that boiler.
Howdy! In all our years doing Halloween specials, we've always tried to go against standard television conventions. For example, in the past, we've often tried to break the fourth wall, which is the invisible wall of reality between the audience and the performance. But tonight, we're going to try something very new. For the next sketch, The Mariachi Family, we will, for the first time in television history, put up the fourth wall. Et bon appétit.
And here we go, quite all around. And 5, 4, 3, 2.
Enrique, wake up your papa! Don't wake him up like that! Wake him up like this!
¡Madre de Dios! ¿Qué pasa con el fire hose?
Papa, it's Halloween. Soon Paco will come for the party, and we have no piñata.
Oh, no!
Oh, yes, we do!
Hurry up! Paco is coming up the block!
Give me the ready alarm saw! And watch out for the chickens!
Andre de Dios!
Who is it? It's me, Paco!
Come in, Paco! Happy
Halloween, Paco! Whoa! Whoa! Paco, I got you a present. Here, it's under this thing.
Oops! That was a rental!
Here you go, Paco.
Oh, it's the most beautiful thing I ever saw! What does it do?
Don't shake it!
¡Madre de Dios!
You know, Diana Ross and I used to reenact a lot of the state Halloween special sketches just for like our parents and people in the neighborhood. And it's so funny because so many years later, we're like so much more famous than they are.
Stay tuned for Deborah Harry, Sting, and a performance by Sonic Youth on the State's Farewell Halloween Special.
Yeah, Blondie did a show in London. It was us, the police, and the state was the big attraction. They really thought the sun shined out of their collective ass. Sting was really upset.
They were really rude to us, you know. They wouldn't let us in the dressing room, and they said there wasn't room for their makeup and us. And so they watched our show and they had their arms folded and they were like chewing gum, and they said, you know, we came off and they said we'd never make it. Why would we give up and keep our day jobs and that, you know?
Yeah, the State. It was about 12 years ago. We were a new band, and I guess Sting had heard our first record and asked us to play this Halloween show in England. We flew over, and it was like the Police and Blondie, and we got all the way over there, and we got bumped because this thing called the State got on the bill, and there was no room for us, and it was a real drag. But we got to see the show, and the State were so hardcore that we were really impressed, and we became friends with them. We said, you know, someday we'd like to really like rock and roll with you guys. And so 12 years later, they called us.
Yeah, about 6 this morning.
Time takes its crazy toll. And how does your mirror grow? You better watch yourself when you jump into it, 'cause the mirror's gonna steal your soul. I wonder how it came to be, my friend, that someone just like you has come again. You'll never know how close you came until you fall in love with the diamond ring. Throw all his trash away. Look out, he's here to stay. Your mirror's gonna crack when he breaks into it, and you'll never be the same. Look into his eyes and you can see why all the little kids are dressed in dreams. You'll never know how close you came, and now you know the land is made believe. Blood crystallized to sand, and now I hope you understand. You reflect into his looking glass soul, and now the mirror is your only friend. Look into his eyes and you can see that men are not alone on the diamond sea, sailing to the heart of a lone look into his eyes and you shall see why everything is quiet and nothing is free. I wonder how he's gonna make her smile with others running wild on the diamond sea.
Oh, God, I'm shot. I'm dying, Reynolds.
No, buddy, you can make it. I'm right here with you.
Hold me.
Whoa. What?
Please. I'm so cold, Reynolds. Hold me.
Yeah,
Please. I'm dying. Hold me.
Okay. How's this?
Ow! You're hurting me. Hold me closer. Much closer.
What's going on here, guys?
Oh, nothing. You know, Baker just got shot and he's dying. I mean, why'd you even ask me something like that? What, does it look like we're gay lovers?
No.
Baker got shot?
Yeah, he got shot. It's a war. Big deal. Doesn't mean we're gay.
Why aren't you holding him?
Oh, I am. See? Look, just holding on to my dying buddy.
You are my buddy. I love you, man.
Hey, shut up.
No, I love you.
Yeah, I love you too. As a friend.
But why? Why do you love me?
Baker, could we drop this?
No, I'm dying. Why specifically do you love me?
Come on.
Okay, well, I love it that you listened to me when I was having problems with my girlfriend.
What's going on, guys? Reynolds is holding Baker and telling him why he loves him.
Okay.
Johnson?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Hold me.
What?
I'm so cold. Hold me.
Okay. I'll hold him. But doesn't mean I'm gay. All right?
Johnson?
Yeah.
Hold Reynolds. Ew. You guys are gay.
This doesn't mean we're gay.
No, I mean, I've kissed a man before. It doesn't mean I'm gay.
Oh, yeah, me too. You want to make out?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean we're gay.
No.
We'll return with more of The State.
Well, it's been a great run here at CBS. We've got a lot of memories, and we thought what better way to end it than to get sued by the Beatles.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.